Welcome to Baby's Birthday. Each show joins a mum-to-be and counts down to the birth of their baby, revealing all the drama, laughter and tears involved in giving birth. Because let's be honest, giving birth is never a walk in the park. To help chart each birth, this is the Baby's Birthday Clock. It's there to count down to each mum's due date. And once labour kicks off, the clock kicks in and times the birth so you know exactly how long each mum's been in labour, whether it's 2 hours or a whopping 20 hours. All the action of the birth is boiled down into a half-hour show. So, we'd better crack on.
I don't even know what I'm feeling for.
Coming up on today's show, Laura and Deke are expecting their first child, but things don't go according to plan.
Again. Come on, sweetheart. Come on, your baby's coming.
Laura and Deke are both 17 and a bit anxious about the arrival of their son.
I went to school with my partner and it's my first child. I'm scared. Lots of different people have been saying different things about pain. Some have said it's not as bad as everyone else makes out. Some have made it out as though it's really bad and just have loads of drugs.
Not only have people been giving Laura advice about the birth, Deke's mates have also been talking too.
My mate's girlfriend's just had a baby and he come running out of the room and said, I can't stand in there. She's screaming, so I don't know what I expect.
As well as friends and family, the hospital has also been helping out.
Yeah, we had a tour around hospital and in that they told us what pain relief were available, like diamorphine, pethidine, an epidural, going in the pool.
I've said to Laura before, are you not having a water bath? And she said, no.
I did want to go in pool at first, but I don't really think I want to anymore.
Well, that's probably because she can't swim. And she said she wants to go on one of them balls. She said that they look good.
Have some gas in her and go on buffing ball, I think. And see how I feel from there.
Deke has been a big support during the pregnancy and can't wait to be a dad.
I've been to all the scans, and when I see my baby, I don't know what I think really, I was just gobsmacked.
Laura was due to give birth 10 days ago, and everyone, including the two grandmas, are getting a bit anxious.
I'm looking forward to being a grandma, but I'm not looking forward to Laura being in pain. I'd give her a bit of advice, like not for panicking, all the pains with it. At the end of all the pain, you've got a son or a daughter, but in Laura's case, it won't be a son. Just grit your teeth and try and enjoy it.
I've had 4 children myself, but obviously when you're having children, you never see like any being born, so it'll be good to actually see a baby being born.
I'm getting excited now. I've even ironed some hospital clothes and they're hung up in my wardrobe in case like she goes into labour during night, so I'm not messing about ironing.
I don't think I'll pass out or anything. Hoping that Deke doesn't faint and just be there from both, really.
I'm looking forward to actually seeing him and seeing what he looks like and who he looks like, and just looking forward to having my son here.
Just can't wait for I hold him and give him a kiss.
It's 1 p.m. and Laura has come in to be induced as she's 12 days overdue. But the baby's beaten her to the chase and labour has started naturally. Laura's doing really well.
So it was a couple of minutes ago he had a pain?
Yeah, it's just sticking his ligaments in there. So there's a baby.
You're not having any pains now?
No.
Well, coming now.
I don't know, I'll probably feel it in a minute. I couldn't feel them at all earlier.
Could you not?
No. At the start of labour, it were alright. It weren't really that painful. I was just really sat there doing nothing. And it didn't feel like contractions or anything to me.
You feel that?
Not hard, eh?
Can you not feel that?
No.
No.
As it started, when they could feel my belly tightening, I couldn't feel it until it got to the really high point of the contraction, and that's the only part that I felt.
You don't feel anything at all?
Hang on a minute.
It's coming now.
It's coming now. I can feel that now.
It's a good 20 seconds before she registers anything. That she's got pain.
I've got one now.
Yeah. You alright?
Yeah.
Just try and breathe nice and steady all the way through.
Going on the buffing ball helped a lot because when I got a contraction, I just bounced my way through it. I like it this way.
This is good. You're going to feel action, aren't you? Because it's still there off the bed. It's going away now.
Really, I didn't even know what the labour were going to be like. I've never been through it before. It was my first time. But I was just trying to, like, calm her down, like, playing puzzles with her and asking her questions. That, well, I don't know, some of them questions would be too hard for me. Tax, 9 letters.
Book. No. Desk. No. Dollar desk.
Word search.
That's an easy one for you.
Deek was shouting out the clues to the crossword and we were trying to answer them and it just kept my mind off the pain.
Come on, baby. Oh, hang on. No.
I keep getting like a pain and then
Twins.
it's... Yeah.
I keep thinking it's going to be a contraction, but it's not.
After a couple of hours of being on the birthing ball, I had to get back on the bed because they needed to put me back on the monitor.
Laura is back on the monitor to check the baby's heartbeat, while Deke moves from a word search to a dot-to-dot. After being on the monitor, the midwife is going to put Laura on a hormone drip to help speed up the contractions as they are concerned about the baby's health. But Laura is not too keen.
I'm going to have a drip. Looks like it. We'll see what happens on this trace.
When I was told I might have to have the drip, I was a bit scared because I don't like needles at all.
The midwife is keeping a close eye on the results. Meanwhile, the baby is showing off his footballing technique.
My belly was moving quite a lot because the pressure of the circle pad that they put on must have been digging in the baby, so he was trying to get it off.
I don't even know what I'm feeling for.
My belly being hard.
It feels very hard.
Oh, yeah, it is now.
Yeah, because I'm having a contraction, that's...
The start of labour really were calm. Well, other people said that it's supposed to start itching straight away at contractions, but with Laura it didn't start itching her.
Remarkably, Laura's not had any pain relief as yet.
Is it gone now?
It's going now. Just easing up.
Ah, yeah.
Do you feel like going down?
So while Deke's mum Bev takes over the puzzle book, Deke gives Laura a supporting hand while she has the drip fitted.
Have they really struggled with these, or...?
Yeah, I'm not lying.
The drip contains syntocinon, which is an artificial form of the labour hormone oxytocin. Try saying that after you've been on the gas and air.
I was being put on the drip to speed up my labour because when they put you on this hormone drip, it helps your contractions to come faster.
If you don't like it, don't look at it.
I'm not going to look at it. I'm looking at you.
I just did, I'm scared for you.
Oh, thanks. It makes me feel so much better. When I was having the drip fitted and Deke had to walk away, now I find it quite funny because he was telling me to look away, but at the time I was just, I went in my own world, just scared about the needle really.
She's gone in and gone out the other side.
Look, there we can.
Isn't it just as well men don't have babies?
She's alright, she's fine.
Once the drip is fitted, it's back onto the monitor as the midwives are still concerned about the baby's heart rate. A lower heart rate can just mean that the baby is having a nap, or sometimes it can mean that the baby is in distress.
Oh, God.
Sometimes when you know, if you sat upright, his heart rate's dropped down, and it's dropped down to about 70 beats a minute, and it should be about 120. Your baby's bobbing around about 120. When you lie on your left-hand side, it relieves all the pressure off all the major blood vessels, and it just helps his blood supply.
Yeah.
And his oxygen supply.
When I was told to lie on my side to increase the baby's heartbeat, I was a little concerned because I thought I was going to lose my baby or something.
Coming up after the break, things take a turn for the worse as the baby's heart rate plummets and the doctors are called to the rescue.
Come on, your baby's coming.
Welcome back. 17-year-old Laura has been in labour for almost 7 hours with her first child and is yet to use any pain relief. Deke, her partner, is playing a supportive role as the midwife tries to persuade her to use gas and air.
Make a funny noise. Okay, when you suck. It can make you feel a little bit dizzy and it can make you feel queasy. So I'll get you a bowl just in case you're sick. Want to have a try of it now?
I'm scared.
Just have a...
Hang on a minute.
You got a pain?
Yeah.
Just try a long, slow, deep breath. Need to suck probably harder. Go.
I can't.
Try it again. Big deep breath. That's it. Just in the bottom of that cupboard with a bowl. Alright, sweetheart. Okay.
At first with the gas and I didn't really want to try it because when people have told me from their experiences it makes you be sick and it's horrible. So then that's what it did to me, it made me be sick.
Have another couple of goes on it and then if you don't like it you can have something else, can't you? Yeah? Yeah.
It weren't really easy to get used to the gas and air because every time I inhaled it made me even, I was sick. And then I wouldn't try it after I'd been sick until the midwife kept talking me into it. As the contractions got stronger, I started to use the gas and air more and more because it just sent me into my own world and it just made me forget about the pain.
We just called the doctor in basically because we're slightly concerned about the baby's heart rate. Heart rate has shown that the baby's actually asleep or it's just not moving at the moment. We like the heart rate to be between 110 and 160 beats a minute, and at the moment Laura's baby's heart rate is bobbing around at 120 beats a minute, but it's not actually accelerating. So we're trying to wake the baby up by giving her an icy cold drink. The proximity of the stomach to the uterus is very close, so as a lady drinks icy cold water, basically it's landing on the baby's bottom in effect, or on the baby's limbs, so it makes it a bit chilly and hopefully wakes it up. If that doesn't happen, then we'll call the doctor back in.
Everyone is very concerned, and Deke has not left Laura's side.
Deke was very supportive as a birthing partner. He was there with me all the time, apart from when he had to run out for a fag because he was stressed.
When I seen Laura in pain, I didn't like it. I didn't like it at all, actually. I felt like I couldn't do nothing for her. Well, all I could do was let her hold my hand and squeeze it.
The contractions have intensified to make Laura want to push. But from the last examination, she's not dilated enough.
You not feel like you want to push, are you?
Yeah.
Are you?
Yeah.
Try and breathe it away. Breathe it away, because you're not quite ready yet. She was only 5 centimetres at the last examination.
Right.
So we had doctor in earlier because the baby's heartbeat was dipping when she got a contraction.
Yeah.
Through my labour I was concerned because the baby's heartbeat kept dropping and then they lost it and then all these midwives were running in and it just scared me.
I was concerned a bit when they said the baby were asleep because he'd been asleep for a long time and he did keep going to sleep and he weren't waking up or moving much.
Breathe your gas as long as you can.
Just breathe it.
It's not long since she said you were 5 centimetres. Laura, you have to get to 10, you know, before you can... Is it really, really strong, that urge? Alright, we'll see it go on with the next couple of contractions, and if it's still there, I'll examine you to see if you're ready, but it's not that long since you were examined.
The contractions were stronger and it was more painful and I felt the need to push but the midwives wouldn't let me.
That position will help you, baby. Just come right down.
The midwives have suggested a change in position as there is still concern over the baby's heart rate. But this seems to have little effect, so they decide to get the doctor to do a further examination.
The midwife said that we need to go and get the doctor.
When the doctors told me the baby's heartbeat were dipping, I felt really scared and concerned. And then they told me they had to put like a patch on his head, which was to get his heartbeat because they couldn't pick it up on the other monitor.
After the examination and 11.5 hours in labour, Laura is finally fully dilated and ready to push.
Go on, sweetheart. Go on, that's it. Go on, Laura. That's it. If you want to push, go on. Go on. Keep it going. Keep it going. Is it still there? Now, if there's no pain, Laura, have some fresh air, darling. All right.
There's pain.
There is pain.
Yeah.
We only want you to push with a pain. All right. Don't push if there's no pain.
At the end it kind of like overwhelmed me when our midwives come running and everything.
Hey?
But I feel I need to push.
Yeah. Yeah. Listen to Vanessa. We'll get to a point where we'll tell you not to push. We'll tell you to either pant or breathe.
Breathe it through.
Whatever you can do to stop yourself pushing, you need to do when we say, all right. That's just then we get this baby's head out nice and slowly. I need to wash. All right, come on, Laura. Do what your body's telling you now. That's it. Good girl. Excellent. Keep it going as long as you can, Laura. Keep it going. Bit more, bit more. That's good. That's it. Have some fresh air now.
Even though Laura is ready to give birth, every time she pushes, the baby's heart rate drops dramatically, so the midwives call for emergency assistance.
When the midwife told me that the baby's heartbeat would drop in and that they had to get the doctor in, I felt quite scared and concerned for the baby because I didn't know what was happening really.
They needed to get him out quick because of his heartbeat. It had been going down all the way through.
When the doctor was called in, she brought a big tray full of sharp knives and scissors and stuff, and I was pretty scared at that point. And then she told me I was going to have a ventouse, and then I just felt this needle being stabbed into me, and which made me scream. And then she cut me and used the ventouse to get the baby out.
A ventouse birth is where the baby is sucked out with something not too dissimilar from a toilet plunger.
Only push if you get a contraction, Laura. You listen to us now, it's really important. Alright. You just push when you get the pain. Alright. The doctor's gonna pull and you're gonna push. Okay.
Right, we have to work as a team, Laura, okay? So we have to communicate. I want you to hold the backs of your thighs for me. Take nice deep breaths.
The backs of your thighs. There you go.
And the other one.
Michael D.
What's deep? Deep. If you want to hold Laura's head and bring her chin to her chest and support her, okay? You're doing really well. Don't worry, everything's going to be fine.
It scared me a bit. Well, I thought the worst, actually.
The biggest push ever, all right, Laura?
Right down in your bottom.
When I was told I was going to have to be cut and have stitches, I was scared because I don't like needles, as you know. And the thought of having stitches and being cut just went through me. It was horrible.
Keep going.
Good girl. Excellent.
Fantastic.
Excellent. Again.
Another one.
Good girl. Good.
When Laura was screaming, I didn't really like it because I seen that she was in a lot of pain. I couldn't calm her down much after that.
Alright.
She's doing well, Lee. She's right.
Alright.
Couldn't really watch because she was screaming that much and I did see a lot of blood. I was holding her head for her, but I think I hit her because I was pushing on her head a bit too much. It was just nerves really, and I couldn't calm mum down. And when my mum did take over, and I had a little walk away, I did see his head, baby's head just appear.
Is he hurting your head? Yeah. Like, oh. She's alright. Deep.
Sit down. Everything's okay. Don't worry.
Bev were a really big help because she was there all the time. She didn't leave me once. My mum wasn't in the room when I gave birth is because we'd only let 2 people in, and my mum, she got to see my nephew being born, and it's Bev's first grandchild, so my mum let Bev have the opportunity to be there.
Okay. Give us one more nice big push, Laura.
Do another one.
Go on, cock. That's it. There you go. Are you ready? Have a look. Ah, there he is. Yes, he's fine.
Hello, come on. They're waiting for you.
He's absolutely fine.
At 1:05 in the morning and 11 hours and 58 minutes of grueling labour, baby Kane is finally born safe and well.
When the baby was placed on my stomach, I felt, I don't know, I was overwhelmed really, because it was my son. And can't really explain what it feels like. And I felt relieved that he was all right and that his heartbeat were normal. And
Come on, Dick. Come on, love. Congratulations.
Well done. Congratulations.
He's beautiful. Lovely. You just have a little swollen head for a day. Can you see that little bump there? But he'll be fine.
Right, Laura, I'll give you a little cut to help deliver baby's head. So you're going to need some stitches.
Oh, no. You've already had the cut.
You've already had it, love. Don't.
It's the stitches.
I know, no. Put local anaesthetic in.
The stitches.
Oh, we'll see. One wrong stitch you put in. It'll be over before you know it, and the sooner we do it... A competition in here now. The sooner we do it, the less uncomfortable it is, okay?
When she was stitching me, it felt like we're just like someone. You couldn't feel like the needle going in. Like you knew someone was there doing something, but you didn't know what.
So as Mum gets stitched up, baby Kane is checked over and weighed at a healthy 7.8 pounds. And then finally, proud Father Deke gets his first cuddle with his son.
To hold my son for the first time, it were the best thing in the world, but it did take a little while for it to sink in. It were actually here.
A week later, baby Kane has settled in with his mum and dad.
Come here. Come here.
12 days overdue, and after 11 hours and 58 minutes of labour, Laura finally gave birth to a beautiful baby boy, Kane.